20-year sentence at the age of 21 for a nonviolent offense. It was my first time. It was a drug charge. I served 17 of those years in the Florida Department of Corrections, and the entire time I was incarcerated, I devoted my life to mentoring the youth. And I was a youthful offender myself. Anyway, so devoted my life to this mission, to this cause. When I got released, I said, man, I got to do this work in my community that I once took from, because I wanted to give back in that way. And not only that, but I wanted to be that example that I wanted other folks to follow. So I got with Commissioner Dunn, got with the city of Lauderhill, with Lauderhill PD, amazing people. I also want to give a shout out to every organization that's involved here and the community members, because it takes a lot to get up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning to be here to promote peace in your city. But that's right. And let me give y'all some tips. So, because I work with the youth, and they gonna tell me stuff that don't tell y'all. Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
They gonna tell me stuff that they don't tell y'all because they feel like y'all ain't gonna connect with them. You gonna judge them. The first thing you need to do is just be quiet and listen. Be quiet and listen, pass no judgment. Try to contain your facial expressions, because they look for all of that, right? You was a kid once. You know how you felt when you had to talk to your parents. They kids too, and they have the same feelings you have. So listen to them. Watch for the signs. They're obvious signs. If you see something, obviously there's something wrong. Pull them to the side, talk to them. If they feel some kind of way about you, get someone that they also respect. A mediator. It could be somebody in the community. Even if you don't like the person that they're hanging with, bring that person to the table. Talk to them before you make the introduction. Bring them to the table, because that's what it takes for these kids to listen. Look, there's too many kids in this community for it to be just the number of people we got here today. We need more kids here. If you see them in the community, like you bring them in the church, bring them to these type of events. All right? And like I said, when you talk to the children, 90% of what you're supposed to be doing through that conversation is listening. 90% of it is listening, and pass no judgment on these children. Another thing, I'm seeing more and more of these type of situations where I have young gang members that have been victim of sexual abuse.
Oh my God.
And normally it's at the hands of a family friend or a relative, right? So be careful of that as well, and this is for male and female. But when I'm talking about seeing these young kids with these situations, they're mainly young black men, and they have no avenue to frustrate to vent their frustrations. So if they don't come to you, if you don't listen, then they're gonna take it to the streets. And the street is gonna show them a fake kind of love. Amen?
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
That fake love don't last. Real love is unconditional, so love those kids unconditionally despite all of the mistakes they have made. That's my time. I'm going to pass it on to someone else, and then I'll see y'all on this peace journey.
Lauderhill.
365.
Lauderhill.
Peace 365.
Lauderhill.
Peace 365.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Jimmy Habersham. I am the assistant pastor at the Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church. I am also the president of the Pompano Beach Broward chapter of Circle of Brotherhood. Our motto is Black men solving our own community problems. And one of the things that I shared in the Peace Summit was about what happened to me at an early age when my mother and my father didn't get along, and my mother wouldn't allow my father to come by and visit. And so I had more love for my father than my mother. And one day, my mom and my dad, they got into an argument, and dad shot mom. And from that point, I still had anger. And that anger lingered for many years. And one of the things about it, when I find myself as being an adult with children, that anger lingered on to my children. And one of the things that I shared was that, first of all, we got to check ourselves. We got to check ourselves and see where that is coming from, because again, we're raising children, we're raising generations full of anger, and when that anger comes out, it's going to come out in someone. It's going to come and it's going to affect somebody else. And one of the things that took place was, once I went to an anger management class, then I realized, this started in me. So that's why my daughter is acting the way that she acts. and so now she's doing well. But the thing I want to say is, as parents, please watch your children, watch who they hang with, watch what they're saying, watch their attitude, watch their their motives of why they're doing things, and see what they're doing. Because it's very important that we understand ourselves, and we got to understand our children. You just can't come home and after we did a 9 to 5 and sit back and then watch TV and eat and then let the children do whatever they want. Fortnite, Mortal Kombat, all these games these kids are watching. Guess what? They're all about killing. They're all about killing. And even when we came up as children, we watching Bugs Bunny and we watching all these Tom and Jerry, violence. All these things are all about violence. We watch a lot of Westerns. Guess what? Guns, shooting, all of these things. So when we watch all this stuff that we watch on TV, and then we let our children grow up now watching these cartoons, they full of violence. But we gotta watch what our children are watching, and then we gotta check them, and we gotta make sure that they are going in the right direction, that they can learn how to separate the two, from entertainment to reality. And that's where it's happening. They're not separating the entertainment from reality. And everything is now reality. And so we have to learn how to direct them in a different path, in a different direction. So again, I just thank y'all. I thank y'all for being here. And again, the Circle of Brotherhood, we're a Broward County chapter. We have our Miami-Dade chapter, which is our mother chapter. And by all means, we're working for the betterment of our communities, not just down in Miami, but every city down in Miami that they're working. In every city here in Broward County, we are going to be doing the same thing. So we just want to let y'all know we're here and we're not going anywhere. So whenever you need us, just call upon us.
All right. Consider yourself called on, brother. And Lance will make sure that you're fully connected. All right, so we have one final tip, and then we're going to hear from the mayor.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, I'm Glenn Lewis. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I'm a product of the criminal justice system and gun violence. I've been shot. I've been incarcerated. I'm a returning citizen. So one tip I would say is that we have to hold each other accountable, because the kids that's doing gun violence, that's our kids, our sons, our daughters, our nephews, this is our neighbors' kids. So we got to hold ourselves accountable as well. And then back to Giovanni's point, we have to, a wise lady told me to wait. Why am I talking? So when we talk to the youth, just take a step back and listen to them and hear them out, and then don't pass judgment on them. So yeah, we gotta hold ourselves accountable, and then take time, wait and listen, and let them be heard. So those 2 tips.
All right, thank you.